During the mid-19th century, the British Empire was rapidly expanding, and the British colonies in South Africa were of great importance. In the north, the colonies bordered the two Boer republics and the Zulu Kingdom. In 1874, Lord Carnarvon, a British politician serving as the Secretary of State for the colonies, recently known for his 1867 Federal Dominion scheme in Canada, came to South Africa to try and implement a similar scheme. Sir Henry Bartle Frere, former Governor of Bombay, India, was appointed as the High Commissioner of South Africa 2 years later. He had self-interests in uniting South Africa, including the two Boer republics and the Zulu Kingdom. He entertained Carnarvon's plan, as it would help him to unify and spread British influence in South Africa. The corrupt Frere immediately began working on the scheme by exaggerating a number of atrocities and legal incidents committed by the Zulus as an excuse to create tension between the British and the Zulus. In London, British Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli and his administration did not want a war with the Zulus. However, Sir Bartle Frere had concluded that the Zulus were too much of a threat in his eyes. So, without government authorization, he organized an invasion of Zululand, which had been underway for months.
Ngikulethela imikhonzo ephuma kubangani bakho amangisi noNdunankulu Chelmsford.
Oh, usibangani bethu bamhlophe lawa bakuphethe.
Bakuthukuthelele. Bathumela lezi zimiso. Bathi wena ubuswa ngomhlobo omdala ongalungile. Ukhule isethembiso ukuthi ngeke usababulala abantu bakho. Isho inkosikazi enkulu emhlophe. Ngeke ibabulala abantu ngababekanga icala. Yona ibusa amazwe angamashumi amane. Elidlula wonke usuku. Baba, uyayeka nje ukukhuluma kanje.
Angisho lento ukuthi angisobe embulala. Ukuthi lamazwi aphuma kumlomo wakhe uChelmsford ukuqoba. Dlala ngabantu bakhe. Nawe imbala. ngiyobulala ngomthetho nangosiko lokwaZulu. Ngeke ngihlukane namasiko mina. Ngingazange ngiye futhi kwelabamhlophe izwe. Ngiyojika imithetho namasiko abo.
Bathi amabutho akho akhula ngobuningi. Ngakho-ke uthi mangikutshene ukuthi uhlakaze onke amabutho akho manje.
uZulu akaxabene nabamhlophe. Wena-ke Mantsonga, uma ubhekile ubona la mabutho kwamabutho ahlose ukuyohlasela. Seneme la. Hamba kuyamtshela Shamford Law.
Ngiyamtshela kodwa ngeke akhole uma ebona izinkulungwane zamabutho ezingama-30. Angiboni.
uZulu ngeke awenqa umngcele. Kodwa uyobheka uqondene naye.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. I think I should inform you that I am obliged to issue a notification declaring a state of war between Her Majesty's government and the Zulu King, Tetsuayo, on his non-compliance with the ultimatum made on him, urging reparation and redress for violations of British sovereignty.
Why do men think of nothing but killing?
Wonderful land. You're privileged to share. Dear God, there should be room for all of us.
The plan was that 3 armies marching in columns would be led into Zululand from different sides, encircle the enemy, and force them into a battle, as it was feared that the Zulus would avoid a face-to-face engagement. The first column would be the main invading force, commanded by Lord Chelmsford, a general in the British Army chosen by Frere as the overall commander of the invasion. His column would invade from Rorke's Drift. His column numbered around 7,800 men, comprising Richard Thomas Glyn's No. 3 column and Anthony Durnford's No. 2 column, under his direct command. The second column, commanded by General Charles Pearson, was set to invade from the south. Finally, the third column, ironically named the No. 4 column, was set to invade from the north, commanded by Colonel Evelyn Wood.
Gentlemen, within 10 days we shall cross the Buffalo River and British soldiers will then be in Zululand. Colonel Durnford will remain downriver, where he will be responsible for the defense of the Natal border.
Your orders, Mr. Veriford.
I'm to take the Sakali with the main column to the river.
Lord Chelmsford seems to want me to stay back with my Basutos.
I think Chelmsford wants a good man on the border. He fears a flanking attack and requires a steady commander in reserve.
The wrong side of the river, the wrong place. Does he wish me to fight the Zulu or merely observe their natural habitat?
Sir.
God go with you, Mr. Merrick.
Mabandla kaMjokwana kaNdaba. Njengoba sazi sonke ukuthi sekuyisikhathi sokuvuna. Ngaphambi siqala ukuvuna. Yasithola ukuthi khona okufanele masikwenze. Induna enkulu ebamhlophe uShamford. Sengichuluze kakhulu. Angiboni ukukhona okunye singakwenza ngaphandle kuba sivikele izwe lethu.
After crossing the Buffalo River, Chelmsford decided that he would set up a camp for his 7,800 soldiers beside an isolated hill called Isandlwana. He pitched his camp but did not follow standing orders to entrench nor upturn the wagons to create a laager. He did not see the need for one, stating that it would take a week to make. But the greatest reason for the failure to take defensive precautions was his poor leadership and arrogance in severely underestimating the Zulus' capabilities. After setting up camp at the hill, Chelmsford sent out 2 battalions of the Natal native contingent to scout ahead. They skirmished with elements of a Zulu force which he believed to be the vanguard of the main enemy army.
You intended to bring your reserves across the river. I've received intelligence from sources of my own that the Zulu impis are moving north of you to threaten your left.
Intelligence? Sources of your own? Did it not occur to you there may be native rumors? Rumors to draw you off, to leave the whole of Natal open to a possible counter-thrust?
Kitshwaya wants a head-on battle, a decisive victory, so that his people can get on with the one matter that is life and death for his nation, their delayed harvest.
Are you dictating the strategy of this water?
I'm explaining my reasons.
Yes?
A large party of Zulus have been sighted in the direction of the King's Kraal.
Tomorrow we will continue our advance on Ulundi. Danford, kindly return to your unit. Bring them here immediately to support Pauline.
And the threat of counter-invasion no longer exists?
Colonel, if on another occasion you flout my direct orders, I shall reluctantly relieve you of your command.
Chelmsford was confident enough to split up his force to pursue the supposed vanguard of the Zulu army.
I trust you to keep me well informed of Colonel Durnford and his men when they arrive, William.
Certainly, Frederick.
Gentlemen, we move to find camp and engage the enemy. And my nose tells me we may make early contact.
took roughly 2,800 men with him, leaving the camp behind him, placing Lieutenant Colonel Henry Polaine in charge of the camp to defend it. Chelmsford was fooled. He was in fact pursuing a group of Zulus that would send him farther away from the Zulu army, thus leaving the camp at Isandlwana more vulnerable.
Our friend Colonel Durnford should be at this minute approaching Pullein. I think we'll eat here. I want to scout that mountain top and be back with an appetite in 1 hour.
Lieutenant Colonel Durnford of the Royal Engineers arrived from Rorke's Drift at the camp with 5 troops of the Natal Native Horse and a rocket battery as reinforcements.
Exceedingly pleased to greet you, sir.
Colonel, I see you're standing too. Perhaps the men could eat with their equipment unbuckled.
Yes, of course. Excellent idea. Good. Mr. Melville, order stand down, will you?
Sir.
Please.
Sergeant! Stand the men down, would you?
Creelock, old fella. I'm doing notes for my dispatch, and I need to clear up a few military points. I don't want to bother his lordship. Had it drummed into my thick skull that a good commander never willingly splits his force, especially in an enemy's country, before knowing their dispositions.
Yes, if we were facing a European enemy armed with guns, I think your point would hold, Noggs. Further, may I remind you, I do not create the strategies you wish to comment on. I'm only his lordship's secretary.
I wouldn't take overly comfort from that, Creelock, old fella. Because if he sinks, then you sink with him.
So, you've been asked to look after me, Lieutenant.
I assure you, sir, I have no desire to create difficulties.
And I assure you, you do not. In fact, I'd be obliged for your best advice. What have your scouts seen?
So far, only their scouts. But we have had reports of a small impi further north, over there.
His lordship is of the certain opinion that it's far too difficult an approach to be chosen by the Zulu command.
Yes, well, difficulty never deterred a Zulu commander. How many?
We don't know.
I think it would be wise to pick at the hills. Just in case.
With more reports of large numbers of Zulus coming from the plateau northeast of Isandlwana, Durnford concluded that the Zulus were attempting to encircle Lord Chelmsford to the east. At 11 a.m, he decided to take his column, around 500 men of the Natal Native Horse, and advance towards the Zulus to prevent such a threat. Chelmsford's army was blind, and the entire Zulu army of 20,000 men had outmaneuvered him and had the intent of attacking the camp at Isandlwana.
America! It's America! Come and look at this, sir!
You just managed to bring down a boy of 12.
Chelmsford. Inform his lordship we've found what he's looking for.
Yes, sir.
Oi, come on. What are you doing?
Don't tell me the Zulu managed to get up there after all.
They're here! I've sent to Lord Chelmsford.
Bugler, sound the alert.
Hold them. Please, God. 3 minutes. Please, hold them. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, men.
fort, gentlemen. It's time to save the colours. Get to Rorke's Drift. You must warm them. The colours. Carry them to safety, Mr. Melville. Sir.
Sergeant! Sergeant! Take my horse! Up you go! Sergeant, you're to ride back to the town. When you see the bishop, tell him. That is, tell his daughter. I was obliged to remain here with my infantry. Now go. God go with you.
I leave God Jesus with you.